Hey everybody, welcome back to another Face Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some,
You've forgotten where I am, haven't you?
have I? I don't know, you could be here, there, anywhere, you're within our hearts, Theta, that's what really
You've
matters.
only gotten it right on the ranking of Kings recorded today, which is odd because that's the only one you fuck up typically.
But today we're watching Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, and we are on the second episode. Theta, last time I believe our character got hit by a truck, sent reborn in the fantasy world, and they have decided to learn the magic of throwing water at people.
Well, they had in what was it? Was it intermediate? Is that what they said?
Yeah, it is an intermediate spell, which I think is like the second level of spell they mentioned, or
Oh
the
no, the
third.
spell book was intermediate level. They described
Yeah.
the different levels from like what was it starting novice, intermediate, master, and advanced, or advanced and then master.
Right. So he's already pretty ahead of his schedule in terms of like being a young child now that is learning magic, which it's isekai. That's what happens, right?
Well, if the mentor is to be believed, it seems like children don't really learn this stuff, at least at the age that he's at. It's either that or she thinks that they're just rich and thinks their kid can do anything.
Yeah, yeah. She mentioned early bloomer, so maybe it's like not entirely unprecedented, but also usually not true. The interesting thing that I remember catching is, of course, our main character doesn't necessarily need the incantations to do spells, and when his new mentor notices this, they make a comment of just like, maybe it was worth it to come out here. I think I have the implication here that other people in universe know that is also true.
Well, I think what he was saying during most of his like little training bits there, especially when he was dealing with her, was that it seems like the knowledge is old and not kept up with. So
Yeah.
it's like nobody needs to use incantations, and they just don't know that they don't need incantations.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's either that or the indication is that just the book is old, and that he just has old teachings, and he's not like up to date. But I think we've learned
Yeah.
that that wasn't true from her because
Mm-hmm.
she's doing it.
We've still got more world building to do. So far, the only thing we really know about the world is that this is a farm town. There's a knight assigned who runs the town and or protects it. They're of a slightly higher class than the people working there, and there's apparently people who study and research magic. That's really all we know right now, right?
Well, I think it's because we're learning through him
Yeah.
because he's our. Oh, I guess pointedly we should also address the fact he has kept all of his knowledge from our space. So he's what, a 30-something-year-old man in a
Yeah.
child's body.
Which does bring up like the random question of, was he good at anything in the real world before being isekai'd? Did he actually have a skill at all, or was he just so unskilled he couldn't get a job? These are the real questions.
I think he was a shut-in, wasn't he?
It's entirely possible. I think they just kind of went over it quickly and didn't like elaborate much further as
Well, I mean
well.
that's why he was uncomfortable when the teacher wanted to have the class thing in the outside because
Yeah.
he's a shut-in. He wants to be indoors. That's why he's done literally all of his training in one small room.
Young child, never seen the outdoors before, yeah.
Well, it's like it's why he when he wanted to test the water bullet thing, he didn't just go outside. He like opened a window and like really leaned up to be able to reach it.
Yeah.
He could have just gone outside, but clearly he's got like shut-in tendencies.
So there we go. Our main character is already becoming a better person in some ways and still being terrible in others.
Well, it's a second chance, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I think I've gone ahead and at least said like everything I've noticed or thought about. Is there anything you would like to add to all that,
I've been
Theta?
adding this entire. Every time you do this,
If you have,
Every time you do this, you make it seem like you're the entire side of the conversation. Where I've
well,
been
do you have
adding
one
stuff
more
in.
thing you want to add? Do you have a Columbo for this?
Oh man, we need to like do an overlay thing where you just dress up as maybe a Halloween episode where you're Columbo. So you just like take the headset off, walk away from the camera, but just lean back in. One more thing.
Ah, this anime. I don't get it, but my wife, she loves it. What's that one popular one? Naruto. Yeah, can you believe it? And I think on that, let's just go ahead and watch. But of course, before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below to beat that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra.
Click that link below, drop in the Discord, tell us what your favorite early 80s, 90s to late 90s detective was.
Oh, we are getting more real world.
This has to be his parents.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he's not at his own parents' funeral.
Our hero, everyone.
I'm glad you guys started off with a, was he good at anything? Guilty here, by the way.
Oh, we just gotta go through, like, all this garbage and see what he's up to.
I was saying, because I thought the twist was going to be those with the two people that disappeared when this guy gets hit by a truck. The one I was
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
what I
last
was
time.
trying to think.
But they were little teenagers, they get described as. I still think they're going to show up somewhere here. Like, he didn't save them at all.
だいぶ魔力量も増えてきたけど、まだまだだな。頑張ろう。
Alright, that's super cool. I love it.
I knew you were going to say that. You Full Metal Alchemist fanboy.
弟は嫌だ。今日は一つ声でもかけてみるか。お父さん、お母さん、裸で何してるの？いいわけ。
Ah, he's still a little creep.
It's your teacher listening to your parents have sex.
ロキシーとて年頃の娘。見て見ぬふりをする情けが俺にも存在した。なんちゃって。いやあ、いいものを見た。
It's such a
ロキシ
creep.
ーが来て半年ほど経った。ロキシーはいい教師だ。
Well, thankfully, we had like 5 minutes there of it showing us what a creep he was before we even got to that point.
はあっさりと使えるようになった。ということで、今はロキシーとの夜の座学中。おっと、夜のってついているからってエロいことをするわけじゃないぞ。
Nobody would have
そも
thought
そ
that.
も魔術というのは、大昔とある種族が外敵から身を守るため、精霊たちと対話し、風や土を操ったのがルーツだと言われています。今の魔術は、人族が魔族との長い
You're
争い
perfect,
の中
Griff.
で、その魔術を真似し、
This is you right
Can't
now.
believe it.
魔術にも歴史があるんですね。当然です。
子供を装っててもダメか。世の中世知辛いぜ。
しかし驚きです。この世界には精霊とか魔族なんてのもいるんですね。もちろんです。あ、ちなみに私も魔族です。おお、そうだったんですか。はい。
What?
パウロさんたちも私の姿を見て驚いてたでしょ。先生がちっちゃいからですよね。ちっちゃくありません。あれは私の髪を見て驚いてたんですよ。髪？聞かされていませんか？
Anime hair. It's
精霊
canon.
族という恐ろしい魔族のこと。いえ、恐ろしいんですか？
What a scary name.
はい。
Oh,
今から
no.
4、500
Run
年ほど
away.
前です
It's
が、
the Spurred.
ラプラス戦役という人族と魔族の大きな争いがありました。その争いの中で彼らスペルド族は敵味方、女子供関係なしに虐殺を繰り返し暴れ回ったそうです。そのせいであらゆる種族から忌み嫌われ、戦争が終結した後、魔大陸から追放されたと聞きます。それくらい危ない種族なんです。子供の頃、
Even
よく
other
言われた
demons
もの
didn't
です。
like him.
夜
Nice.
遅くまで起きていると スペルド族がやってきて食べてしまうぞ。
It's Ringu, 7 days!
この世界にもそういうのあるんだな。
いいですか。とにかくエメラルドグリーンの髪で額に赤い宝石のようなものがついた種族には絶対に近づいてはいけません。
近づいたらどうなるんですか？
家族を皆殺しにされるかもしれません。
気をつけます。
私の髪は光の加減でその緑色に見えなく
Yeah,
も
but still,
な
I
いです。
guess it's funny.
先生の髪は綺麗ですよ。
Anime hair color being explained as demonic.
ありがとうございます。でもそう
Although I
at least
guess
it gives it a
the-
好きな子ができ
context.
た時に言ってあげてください。
僕先生のこと好きです
Yeah,
よ。
I mean, I guess the gem thing, that would be the real different thing.
Mhm.
そうですか。あと10年経って考えが変わらなかったらもう一度言ってください。
エロゲで鍛えたナイスガイスキルも全く無意味というわけではないらしい。生前じゃ冗談みたいに聞こえるこっぱずかしいセリフもこの世界なら情熱的でユニークな恋の導火
This
線
guy
だ。
really was a piece of shit
Oh,
right up until the last thing he did. Or except,
If I-
except for the last thing he did.
If I just steal all of my content from other people in another world.
はい。
ロキシーが来て1年ほど経った。
I appreciate we are moving through
魔術
time.
の授業は順調だ。しこしこ特訓している会
Usually we do.
最近じゃ
Well, no, I mean, there's a year. We're doing like year skips here and there.
剣術は
Yeah, supposedly we do have an adventure to go on eventually.
クッと踏み込ん
And
で。
I'm a badass without being a pervert.
こうですか。
バカ者それじゃちょんと踏み込んでカンだろうがクッと踏み込んでザンだよ。
まあまだ4歳だし体もできていない。まだまだこれからだ。頑張ろう。
This is going to be used in death battle. You see, the ability to change the weather require over 7,000 pounds of force. Wait, did they have cell phones?
Yeah, he's having an emotional breakdown.
どうしたんですか、そんなところで。
いえ、何でもありません。
You come to a new world with emotional
私の故郷
baggage.
は草一本生えないような土地でしたので。
Where you already know as a kid, every other kid thought you were weird and mistreated you. Darn it, they're building sympathy for the creep.
先生、僕今とても楽しいです。こんな毎日がずっと続いてほしいです。
見てください。あそこにうっすらと山が見えるでしょ。
赤竜山脈ですよね。
正解です。よく勉強していますね。ここからずーっと北の方、あの山脈の向こうにラノアという国があります。
どんなところなんですか？
冬はとても寒くてものすごく雪が積もるんです。それはもうこんなに。
それはすごいです
Yeah,
ね。
the benefit of having
見てみたいです
the Kayler and everything
そこにはラ
is
ノ
that we
ア
learn
魔
it
法大
right
学という
alongside
世
him.
界一の魔術学校があるんです。
Right, right. That's always like the problem with like trying to set up a narrative in New World, right? How do you transfer the information to the audience?
魔法大学には変な格式やプライドがありません。さまざまな種族を受け入れ、真面目に魔術を研究しています。もしこのままルディが魔術の道を進みたいというのなら、ラノアに行くことをお勧めします。
その前に僕はこの家から出ることが。いえ、そんなところに行かなくても僕はロキシー師匠がいればそれでいいです。
その呼び方はやめてください。あなたは私を簡単に超えてしまうでしょうし、自分より劣る者を師匠と呼ぶのは嫌でしょう。
別に嫌じゃないですよ。
ルディにもそのうちわかるようになりますよ。
Darn it, it's hinting at new things for us to learn.
Yeah, she has a hard time with incantation-less spells.
ロキシーが来て1年半が経った。
we're just
この
getting
国
the
には誕
the
生
whole
日を毎
child's
年祝うという
perspective.
習慣はない。しかし生まれてから5年ごとに大きなお祝いをするのが習慣なのだそうだ。5歳、10歳、15歳、15歳で青年であるから非常にわかりやすい。
We've cut back on the number of birthdays.
誕生日おめでとう
Makes it real cheap, you
あり
know?
がとうございます
I mean, hey, if that kid ain't gonna survive the first 4 years anyway, why make celebrate 4 birthdays,
引きこもりに
right?
なってからは国民の休日以
No
上
gag
にどう
reflex.
でもいいイベントだった。こんな感覚忘れてたけど意外といいもんだな。
誕生日おめで
That's
と
how
う。
my character
プレ
dies.
ゼントだ。
ありがとうございます父様
5本。あ、お前にその剣はまだ早いかもしれないが、男なら心の中に一本の剣を持っておかねばならん。大切なものを守るには心構えが必要だ。妻や子供、お前にもいずれそういう人ができるだろう。その者たちを守るのはお前の義務だ。ちょっとは魔術が使えるからといって調子に乗ってはいけない。魔術は接近戦が苦手だし、展開の早い戦いについていけない。その点、剣術はいいものだ。剣心流。
長い
Right, because
お誕生日おめでとう
my guy is like a fighter
はい
and mom is a cleric.
ありがとうございます母様こういうのが欲しかったんですまあなんていい子なの
Trying so hard to be cool.
はいルディ。それは魔石です。魔力を増幅してくれる機能があるのできっと役に立つはずです。
綺麗ですね
初級魔術が使えるようになった生徒に杖を送
God,
る
I
のが
have
通
now
例
to
なの
wonder
です
how
が
bad this show
ル
is
ディ
gonna
は
get.
最初から使えていたので失念していま
He's
した。
having such a happy childhood. Where is this gonna go wrong?
ありがとうございます
Show's good for a reason.
大切にします師匠
その年で上級攻撃魔術を4種とも取得したのです。もう少し偉そうにしてもいいのですよ。
いえ師匠の教え方がうまいからですよ
しかしこれで私があげられるものも本当にごくわずかになりました。ルディ、明日卒業試験を行います。
Something bad gonna happen to her when he graduates? Because the parents in the back look real sad for some reason.
あの日の記憶。
Maybe they can't keep paying her.
無念、絶望感、昨日のことのように思い出す。
Okay, that's bordering on a hate
悶
crime.
々としながら何度夢見ただろう。突然すごい力に目覚めた。突然美少女の居候ができたらきっと俺は頑張れる。そんな夢は叶ってしまった。けれど俺の足は動かない。外にはあの絶望が待っている。
In his defense, it would be really hard if he got a heart in that moment.
Yeah.
一歩も踏み出せない。心の中で本気になると誓っても体は決してついてこない。泣きそうだ。
よしよし。
I really do like how we're showing new him versus
村の外で
looking
す。
back at old
みんな
him,
でやることはできませんか
especially in the scenes where they're
で
together.
きませんかなぜか外に出たがらないのよね魔物が怖いのかしら
この辺りじゃめったに魔物には会いませんよ。それに会っても弱いですからルディでも倒せま
But
す。
there's always the biggest monster of all.
ルディ、彼女たち
Man.
はすごくおとなしいぞ。
ははさては怖いんですね。
That's what I was talking about. He's a shut-in. He's afraid of going outside.
怖くないですよ
意外に年相応なところもあるんですね。ゆっくりしょっと。はい。乗ってしまえばすぐに怖くなくなりますよ。
師匠無理です
大丈夫ですよ。私がついていますから安心してください。
You don't understand, I'm going through some real trauma shit.
There's no way he could ever explain it to these people either. If he doesn't get over it now, he's done for. It's to the loony bin with him.
ほら、大丈夫だったでしょ。
こっちを見るな。
Social activity.
見るなよ。
この前はありがとうさ。
どうも。
いや、俺じゃない。
おはようロキシーちゃん。
おはようございます。
みんなロキシーを見てるんだ。
カラバッチョが上機嫌です。ルディを乗せられて嬉しいみたいですよ。
そうですか。
どうしました？まだ怖いですか？
いえ、もう大丈夫です。
俺は何を恐れてたのだろう。
It's kind of the same feeling from Zom 100.
バカにするというのか。
Is that that world isn't the same as this world?
ロキシー
You're
はすごい
free from all of that
たっ
old
た
stuff.
2年で村に馴染んでいる。
At the same time, I expect he's gonna go back to school. He's gonna go to that academy, and some bullshit's gonna happen again.
私もとても気に入っています。
Still, that would be years from now.
Mhm.
So we have more time skips to go through.
この辺りでいいでしょう。
気持ちいいですね。
これから私は水星級魔術を使います。一度しか使いません。しっかりと見て覚えて使ってください。それが卒業試験の内容です。
秘伝だから人のいないところでやるんですか？
違います。人や農作物に被害が出るかもしれないからです。
You're about to learn Fireball, kid.
No, she said it's a water spell.
Waterball.
I assume it's because I'm assuming it's because of like the first time he cast a serious spell. He blew a wall out.
Yeah, we got a small sense of scale. Let's see what we get.
凶暴なる恵みをもたらし、賠償なる存在に力を見せつけよ。神なる金槌を金床に打ちつけて意図を示し、大地を水で埋め尽くせ。ああ雨よ、すべてを押し流し、あらゆるものを駆逐せよ。キムロニーマス。
Oh, you're in fucking trouble.
And now you're stuck.
And the horse was all happy before too.
このことは内緒でお願いしますね。
安心してください。言ったりしませんので。
お願いします。さあ、やってみなさい。カラバッチョは私が守っておきます。
I think she'd be able to do it because he's seen her cast actual rain before, and this is just like a magnified version of that spell. It seems like.
Oh, little earth shelter. That's cute.
つまり家庭教師がこれで終わりだということだ。
Or you could fuck it up and make her stay.
あのロキシーだ。教えられることがないのにお世話になるわけにはいきませんとか言ってあっさり明日にでも家を出ていくだろう。そうなれば今日が最後だ。
すごい。
雨よ。すべてを押し流し。
もっといろいろ話しておきたかった。
Oh, he's not gonna fucking kill her by accident, is he?
Oh no.
The way the narrator works, it's hard to tell if he's talking from the future, about his past, or as an adult.
私のお手本より大きな
Okay,
ものを
thank
作
you.
るなんて言ってませんよ。
やりすぎでしたか？
残念です。これで本当に私が教えられるこ
I'll
と
show
も
us he made it like a
なくなってしまい
lake or
ました。
something.
Oh yeah, it's got more like puddles and like localized flooding from all that. They did do it twice.
おめでとうございます。これであなたは水星級魔術師です。ロキシーちゃん、まだうちにいてもいいのよ。教えてないお料理もいっぱいあるし。
そうだぞ、村の奴らだって歓迎するぞ。
ありがたい申し出ですが、しばらくは世界を旅しながら改めて魔術の腕を磨くつもりです。
そうか、まあなんだ、悪かったな。
Given that she was just shown up by a kid, that's a fair thing.
パウロよ、そういう言い方は良くないぞ。
ルディ、
Call your dad
精
Paul.
一杯頑張ったつもりですが、私じゃあなたを指導するには力不足のようです。
そんなことありません。師匠はいろんなことを教えてくれました。
そうだ。
これを。
私の故郷のお守りです。卒業祝いを用意する時間がなかったので、これで我慢してください。
大切にします。
そうしてもらえると嬉しいです。では、そろそろ。
Oh, come on, I was expecting a hug or something.
Nope, nothing.
それでは。
You know, 10 years later, we have to meet her again.
Oh, positively, right? This is like opening Act 1 here.
師匠！ありがとうございました！
彼女には本当にいろんなものをもらった。知識、経験、技術、そして何より俺を外に出してくれた。外に出た、ただそれだけ。しかしそれは間違いなく
Like I said, shut in. He needed that push.
I know, this is like really cute and sweet
狙
right
ってやっ
now.
たことじゃない。分かっている。けれど尊敬しよう、あの小さな少女。と思ったら、数ヶ月前に盗んだロキシーのパンツがありました。
Come on, man.
ごめ
Fuck.
んなさい。
Damn it!
Still,
Oh, they really got me in the first half.
I mean, yeah. She better show up again later or not be pulled out as some... Like, he goes to her hometown, find out she died, like, 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not like she was a ghost the whole time. I mean, like, he gets 10 years older, and she died, like, the year after she left or some shit.
Oh god, that'd be just absolutely traumatic, right?
I mean, that's kind of what I'm expecting. The whole... she's the only one he calls master or something.
Yeah.
Like, it
but
doesn't
I-
actually mean anything in that actual master-teacher
Mhm.
respect anymore. It's just the respect.
Yeah. But I think this episode definitely did a bunch of heavy lifting here to like explain our little 30-year-old shut-in, right? And like all the drama and stuff that they did to support it, like ended up just being very well done. I liked it. That was just super enjoyable, really.
Who's that?
Oh, new characters.
Who is that?
We're gonna see him soon. Other mages he goes and meets, I guess.
Is that red enough to be a demon, or is that still in the human spectrum?
It feels too bright to be a natural redhead. That's what I'm thinking.
Heard it here first. Griff hates the Irish. That's who she is.
Friendship. Next time.
But, yeah. I appreciate, I think, what I've said before. Sorry. What I said before when other trailers... My throat's closing up on me.
Yeah, try not to die first.
When we were reacting to other seasonal anime trailers, and, like, an isekai would show up where a person dies and just shows up in another world as a baby.
Mhm.
Like, Wise Man's grandson, or whatever that was. those are the ones I don't like because it's basically, hey, here's a minute's worth of a person dying and being reincarnated. As
Yeah,
all
their whole
the
life doesn't matter. Nothing they did before matters
yeah, as
whatsoever.
the entire reason for it to be getting the isekai label. Whereas this, we have that initial scenario, but then we're also hit by the fact that, hey, you don't just escape the mental anguish or whatever formed you into the person you were in your original life. You're still a 30-year-old man, no matter what body you hold. Now you're just a 30-year-old man plus 5 years of a kid, or however old he is actually right now.
5 years of being able to chill out at home with nice people.
He's still saddled with the memories of every traumatic experience that made him who he was. So I appreciate that. That is how you do this kind of isekai thing.
Yeah. It's also I'm also started thinking about like his parents or like what was going on because like the day they die, literally like a couple of Yakuza thugs walk in, baseball bat all of his stuff, and just throw him out.
We're
Like
assuming
instantly.
we're okay. There's two thoughts going on here. We're assuming that's his parents. I know I'm the one who said it, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's entirely possible it could be somebody else
hmm
that he's expected to go to. Because the two people crying could have been his grandparents. The two people crying next to where his seat was.
And the
Look,
people who went for him could be like family or people who just
no, no,
don't
no, no. I'll get to
like
that.
him.
I'll get to
Yeah.
that thought after this.
Sure,
The
sure,
two
sure.
people sitting next to the empty seat that he was supposed to go to were old enough looking that they could have been his parents, and that
Mhm.
it's his grandparents that died, and he was expected to be there because his parents. Like, he doesn't seem so bad that he wouldn't go to his own parents' funeral, but he seems as apathetic enough that he may not have gone to his grandparents' funeral.
Yeah, we literally see him traumatized so much he is not even willing to leave his local property.
Well,
So
again, that's point two. Why the Yakuza, or maybe not Yakuza over there,
yeah.
it seemed like he was getting kicked out for like not paying rent or some shit. So it's
Mhm.
entirely possible he's been traumatized so much he doesn't go out. Like he doesn't have a job, has no means of paying. So
Yeah.
they were there to shake him down. One of them sees the porn that he's jerking off to and is so disgusted they break his shit and throw him out.
Ah, there you go.
That's what appeared to me. What was going on?
Yeah, yeah. I think that was like pretty close to my first read of it. But if they keep like giving us like more little looks into like the world he was in before, I think that could be interesting. Like, as continue to build up his character, give him like things to do, like to overcome. That's
Well,
good stuff.
it feels like instead of okay, how does this brand new character react to this situation they've never been in before? We're
hmm
getting a how does this person being put into this situation as a 30-year-old man with different world experiences
Yeah.
interpret this new scenario? So, friendly people in a town that barely has ever seen you before looking at you, he's putting it in the perspective of here's the bullies from my old life. Clearly, they're doing the same thing to me again, and they're not. But
hmm
that's how he's interpreting. So every other situation, like I imagine we're gonna get to the school, and maybe not so much the bully scenario you're talking about.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
he's gonna do like an admissions test with like a dean or whatever the equivalency is at a magical school, and
Sure.
he's gonna have like flashbacks of a bad job interview because that's the closest thing in his mind to the last thing he said.
Oh, that'd be perfect. That'd be great.
Well, because you gotta imagine he's a 30-year-old man. His more recent memories would have to be those of job interviews, less
I want to
so
sit this
teachers at
kid down and
school.
just like go. So, can you tell me what's your greatest weaknesses?
Well, it's because you remember she described the school as a place that people from all walks of life have to go, have to
And
prove
go
their
to because that place is
yeah, but they also have to prove their ability with magic and everything, which means it is an admissions process sort of thing, and not a
hmm
everybody just gets in sort of thing.
Yeah, then that would check out. I mean, he's obviously getting the kid interpretation of things. Like, people aren't going to explain the entire thing to them. They're just like, yeah, no, go there later.
I don't know. She might
Yeah,
have.
could have, maybe.
But she wasn't
Uh,
really treating him so much like a kid. I mean, she
mhm.
acknowledged that he was, but she was like explaining shit. I mean, it's hard to tell because again, our only perspective is his perspective. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
if it is more complicated than we've been told, we haven't been led to believe that yet.
I think my own final note right here for right now is definitely the magic is getting cooler. Like, this is like our third tier of magic, and we're already at localized destruction, right? It's only gonna get bigger and cooler from there, and I like the way that they are. It feels
that's
more
right.
serious.
Yeah, sacred was the highest tier, right?
Was it?
Yeah, wasn't it like advanced sacred, like beginner or novice? Because that's
We'll
what she
have to like
said.
go get that list again, right?
Well, I think that she was indicating that the highest level she could cast was sacred, and his graduation was congratulations, you're now sacred level water. So I'm pretty sure that the indication here is that he's reached as high as he can go in water magic.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna double check, just helps out. Alright, it is beginner, intermediate, advanced, saintly, which I think is the one they just did, so that's level 4, and then it's king, emperor, god.
Okay, I think you've spoiled us a little bit.
No, they already said that first episode.
No, they didn't cover King, Emperor, God, I don't think. I don't think that was ever said.
They totally did.
I don't think so. I think those are things that are going to be shown to us, like, oh my god, he's casting a spell higher level than anything anyone's...
They haven't shown us those levels, but they did name check them for like half a second in one line, and that's it.
No, that's what I'm
all we
saying,
got
is
so
I
far.
don't think they name-checked those last 3. And I'm just trying to narratively interpret shows like this, that I think what we're gonna... You've semi-spoiled something that I don't believe we're ever gonna get anywhere soon, but the kind of thing that would happen in, like, Overlord, right? Oh my god, he's casting a spell higher level than anything anyone's ever seen, and it's gonna happen to us 3 times. Because it's gonna go, oh my god, that's even more powerful than Sacred. What is that? It's king level magic. And we're gonna get that a couple of times.
So, I like the way that they're handling it, the way that it looks. It feels serious, it feels real. It doesn't just feel like big glowy circles all the time or anything. This is good. I like it. I like the way it's going.
Oh, I don't know how magic can feel real, but okay.
It looks and acts and interacts with the rest of the world in a realistic looking way. It has more of an impact when I see it, I think. That's the way I would describe it artistically.
I mean, it's acting like magic. There's nothing particularly more or less interesting about it than anything else I've ever seen, because he's basically covered how it works in the first episode, and everything after that looks like D&D magic. He literally throws a water ball the same way he throws a fireball, or a fireball would be thrown.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, just for right now, as we're learning about it, I'm giving it a thumbs up. It's good. I like it. So, I think that covers just about everything for today, unless you got any last words.
I mean, we know where her hometown is, and now he has a necklace from her hometown, so that's obviously Chekhov's necklace now.
Right, they gotta meet back up again, obviously.
Well, no, I mean, not even that. Like, if she happened to have died a year later and we do a 10-year time skip and, you know, she's not there anymore, there's still going to be like oh, that, I recognize that necklace, that's from, oh, she said it was from her hometown, but it's actually, you know, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Alright then. In that case, that's gonna be it for the day. This has been So Face Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and...
Still the wrong way.
Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?